Good morning and welcome to the fourth session of investor matching that we're doing this year with Bind 4.0. So I'm just actually waiting. I'm sitting here looking at the backstage and I'm waiting for people the rest of the people to connect up. So in the interim, just to explain very briefly, describe what Bind 4.0 is, if you don't already know. It's an acceleration platform focused on open innovation pilots, working with corporates from multiple bases. It's based in the Basque Country, but the startups that connect up are international. Obviously, there's a larger proportion of Spanish startups, but then there's also a number of international ones that you'll see a couple of now. And what we do as part of the acceleration part of the program, over and above the proof of concept, the pilot that's run with the corporate partner itself, is we support in terms of investor relations. And that's what we're doing today. So this is the fourth of a series of investor pitching, presenting, matching sessions, where what we do is we bring on a couple of investors. So today we've got Fernando, that I can see here in backstage, that I'll shortly bring on screen with us. And we've also got Juan, who I can't yet see on screen, but I'm hoping we'll connect up very shortly, from Armilar. And basically what we do is we have 5 different startups during the sessions that will have 3 minutes to pitch. And then we jump into a Q&A session for 6 minutes. For the startups that are in backstage, just a quick reminder before we start off that it's always helpful if you can start sharing just before you come on screen. You know the order in which you're due to present. So that just makes it more seamless for everybody else. And without more ado, I'll bring Fernando on screen whilst we're waiting for Juan. And Fernando, great to see you here this morning. If the stage is all yours to just talk through yourself and Inclimo, so that those that are connected know who you are and what you do.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Hello, everyone. As Tom saying, my name is Fernando Casado. I'm the GP of a fund raised in Barcelona last year. It's Inclimo Climate Tech Fund. Today we are a 20 million euro fund aiming to become a 40 million euro fund. We're in the fundraising process. We did our first closing on May 2023, and we're looking forward to make our final closure end of November this year, and raising funds for it. Our thesis is focused on supporting startups, Series A and seed, that contribute to decarbonization some way or the other. So we're very focused on companies that can add value and are innovating on the decarbonization process that contribute to the climate emergency. We're an Article 9 fund, so we go through all the tedious process of reporting and quantifying impact in the different fields. And we normally would invest tickets between 500K to 1 mil. That would be like our sweet spot, although we do have a pre-seed bucket in which we would invest between 100K to 400, 500K in seed. From a thesis perspective, we do not lead rounds as of now, although we're every time more keen on doing so because of the market and because a lot of our international partners are requesting it. And the idea is to grow and get position on those companies we invest up to 3 million per company total. In terms of our investment thesis and the verticals we invest in, we have identified 6 strategic verticals, which in a way or the other are the ones who are contributing more to the decarbonization process, which are utility tech, with the energy and water. We're looking at FoodTech, Agrotech, mobility, all the aspects related to circular economy, and Propptech in terms of building management of buildings and the eco-efficiency of the whole construction approach. Of course, these verticals are managed through data tech in technology driven. So it's how artificial intelligence, blockchain, a little bit, that are contributing to generate value through these different processes. I'm not sure, Tom, how much time do I have, but as a structure, this is it. We maybe interesting also. We closed 2023 with 5 investments, 3 of them based Spanish companies from Barcelona, actually in this case, and 1 in Norway and 1 in Germany. Our geographical approach of investment is focused on 60, 70 Spanish companies, or companies would say with Spanish accents, and a C-level director, priority markets in Spain, etc. And the rest mostly Europe, or neighboring countries, UK, Norway, Israel, etc.
Fantastic.
So very happy to participate and join you guys in this process.
Well, I hope you find the startups that are connecting up today interesting. There are a number of them that obviously the improving the productivity of industry obviously support the decarbonisation of the economy generally. And I think you're going to find them quite interesting. Now, Juan has now connected. Juan, hi, welcome.
Hello.
And Juan, if you'd like to talk through Armilar for those that are connected, please.
Oh, okay. Well, Armilar is a Portuguese fund, 25 years experience. We invest mostly in technology-driven companies, so companies with some form of technology differentiation that allows them to gain some sustainable competitive advantage, and we are basically looking for the tech in clean tech, or the tech in whatever objective comes before. And we basically, as I say, we focus mostly on. We used to focus more on early stage, where we're evolving towards more Series A, and that's where we stand today. And our geography of interest is Southern Europe mostly, strong presence in Iberia, and opportunistic in other regions. That's in a nutshell who we are and what we do.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm going to bring on Bruna from Infinite Foundry now. Bruna, if you could start sharing your screen, then I can add that on as well. I see that your camera's off right now, but you were connected a second ago, so I'm assuming you'll connect up again in a second. I'll bring you on when your camera's live again. Here we go. Okay, perfect. And if you could just start sharing your screen, and then I'll add that in as well. You have 3 minutes for the pitch. What I'll do is, when the 3 minutes are up, I'll go off screen when you start pitching, and I'll come back on when the 3 minutes are up, as a sort of a gentle reminder that your time's up. And then Fernando and Juan have 6 minutes for Q&A. If I see that 6 minutes is too long, then I'll come on. I'll move swiftly on to the next one. If it's not long enough, then I'll come on again at 6 minutes as a sort of a gentle reminder that the time's up. So basically, the stage is yours, and I'll be back in 3 minutes' time. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are Infinite Foundry. We are a software development company that specializes in digital twin technology. We were first established in 2017, and we currently have 28 employees split between Brazil and Portugal. Our mission statement is to deliver innovation and efficiency in a way that is lean, green, and digital. We do this to tackle the many problems that modern industries face. We know that the profitability of industrial operations is often compromised due to low flexibility, lack of optimization capacity, and limited resilience in responding to the many challenges of the market. So what we do is grant the most precise digital twin software, which is completely adapted to solve these challenges, guaranteeing increased flexibility, traceability, and leading to higher and more consistent profit. This is what we do, and we have worked with a lot of different industries and clients. Here we show just a few. We started working mostly with the automotive industry. Then we moved to aeronautics, and now we serve very diverse industries such as energy, IT, aerospace, logistics, health, smart buildings. And this is just to show how versatile our solution is. To do what we do, we see ourselves as sort of an operational and engineering control. And we see the SAP layer of this, the administrative and business layer of this, as partners. So this basically means that we partner with a lot of different companies. For cloud infrastructure, we have collaborated with Google, Microsoft, Oracle, etc. Beyond this, we also partnered with a lot of connectivity companies in Portugal. We make up part of the many tech clusters and startup builders all across Europe and South America. In terms of competition, of course, we have it, but we differentiate from them through our capacity to bring together the three areas in which they reside into one unique solution. So this means that while they offer solutions in VR, simulation, IoT measurements, we offer the same ones, but all integrated in one unique software. And beyond this, we have the added value of our value proposition, which is that we do all of this in real time. So having said all this, how does our solution work? We build a digital twin from input data. This can be cameras, lasers, Excel files. We build a digital twin, we show it in Unity, and at the same time, we are performing continuous calculations with our AI physics algorithms based on neural networks, which are integrated with OpenFOAM. And these calculations in real time are giving us optimization suggestions. So this basically allows us to have predictive maintenance, to have real-time virtual replica of operations, to train operators, to coordinate between tasks, and many more. Our end goal is to have a connected world. So when our twin is implemented in all factories and logistics chain, we want to be able to give quality standards, enhance sustainability tracking, adaptive production planning, and more transparency. And we can achieve this because we know all the time what is happening in every step of the value chain. As we continue to innovate and grow, we are expanding our solution outreach. We are now working on a sustainability score that is product and factory specific. We are also building our 3D digital twin marketplace, where we would be able to choose from a variety of operation templates, streamlining the twin setup process. This basically means that we want to optimize the twin building process itself. It will be a solution that is template-based and user configurable, catering to the diverse needs of small companies and mid-caps. It would be a more low-effort solution, not requiring the traditional tailor-made software, and allowing for a more unified and cheaper way not only to build the twin, but also to control and optimize operations. So what we ask from to help us grow faster. These are the 6 markets that we are looking to expand further into. We want to expand our technology to 50 plus large industrial customers, and we want to shape the future of digitalization worldwide. So this is our value proposition, and this is what we are asking. And thank you so much for listening to me.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Bruna. So Fernando, Juan, the stage is all yours for questions. As I say, same for the audience. If somebody in the audience would like to ask a question, just put it into the chat and we'll put it up on screen.
Thank you, Bruna, and congratulations for the approach. Very interesting, very interesting. Just as an understanding, could you explain a little more that go-to-market? I mean, I understand your clients will be like big companies, which would have these technological needs. How do you approach them? What is the time span that it requires to get them engaged in buying your product? And as a monetization process, it's like a recurrent MRR once they're in, or you have like a pilot phase that tests with them, and like it seems like it's a complex to getting these clients that you already mentioned. So I would like to know a little more about it. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Our solution is very, very innovative, and a lot of our approach to be able to get these bigger clients does work a little bit with this pilot phase, where we do a small project with them to show them the outreach and what our solution can grant them. We also are able to achieve these bigger clients because we work with a lot of companies that have a presence worldwide. So we work with their offsets. There are other branches in other countries. For example, we got to Mercedes in Germany because we started working with Mercedes in Brazil. And through that, we were able to show them a little bit of how our solution works and to show them what it could do and how it could improve their operations. And that's how we were able to reach then a burger company. So we work a lot with this pilot phase with the companies to be able to give them some proof of concept so they can see exactly what we can give them and how we can benefit their operations. But also with these bigger companies, we have been able to work with other offsets of the company, and through that being able to reach the mother and be able to begin projects with them.
Thank you for your reply.
Yes. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years?
So our goal is to be a sort of SAP with a ChatGPT flavor of operations. That is why we are developing this marketplace and why we are so focused in the partnerships, because we want to develop a network of partners and have a global presence. And we want to be this sort of work like a sort of out system, allowing us to function like a ChatGPT of operations. So we want to be able to make have a way of making our solution to be more scalable even. We are already very fast in configuring our software because we have we have the biggest database of operational processes in the world, and we are able through this to be able to configure our software faster, and we want to expand this even more and have this quality of being like a chat GPT but for operations. That's our plan for the next couple of years.
Okay.
If I may, Tom, I'm not sure how we're in time, but how do you attract talent? This is a continuously growing size. It's a very precise skills that you would need for this scale up. And how do you engage people in your company, and what kind of human resource strategy do you do to engage this type of expertise so specific that you require?
Our company, our teams have very diverse backgrounds. We have people from we have biochemists, we have physicists, we have mechanical engineers. Because we are a very innovative company, so we already benefit a lot from being able to attract people that are very much inside the tech world and like the research and the innovation and trying new things. And that's why we have so many PhD colleagues and workers that are very excited to be able to embark on this project with us. And because we are always innovating and trying to see what we can do further with the technology that we have, and that's precisely what I was mentioning with the building of the marketplace and now the developing of a sustainability score, we are able to keep people engaged because we have such ambitious projects that give them the ability to have sort of some autonomy, but also to be able to give their own ideas and to work with us and show us how we can even better our technology and leverage it to new avenues that better respond to the market needs. So yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. If there are no more questions, we'll jump on to the next one. Thank you very much, Bruna, for your presentation.
You.
Very well presented. And I'll bring on, just 1 second, takes a little bit. I'll bring on Neil from the UK. So you've now got 2 Brits on screen. And Neil, you know the score. If you could start sharing your screen, I'll add it in, and then you're good to go. It's not shared yet. I don't know if you're...
I am. Can you hear me, Tom?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Just can't see your screen.
I am sharing it, so...
Really?
Yeah, let's have a look. Right. Let's try this.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Perfect. It's just not full screen. You've got it. Yeah, you'll have to start as present. Perfect. Okay, I'll disappear off and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Floor's yours.
Thank you, Tom. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for letting us talk about 51 to CarbonZero. We've got a really exciting, I think, story to share, and I hope you think so too. First of all, a little bit about us. We are a B2B SaaS. We help corporates actually fight climate change and reduce to net zero quicker than they could by themselves, quicker than they could with anyone else. Quite a claim, but that's exactly what we're there to do. We're mission driven. It doesn't mean to say we're not focused on profitability, but we are mission driven. I've built and sold 2 companies in the past, both of which were solely profit driven. I've never been involved in a mission driven company before. And it's an absolute dream to be involved in a company which is not just making money, but actually changing the world. Our target is to reduce 500 million tons of CO2 equivalent by companies that we recruit by the end of this decade, 2030. We have been in trading business for about 15 months, and we have amazing early traction. I won't disclose revenue figures here, but we are approaching the 1 million mark ARR, and it is very much recurring revenue. We have a highly experienced team behind that. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. And we're focused. People say this is quite a crowded sector, and it is, and you'll see in a second that we've done an analysis on that. We're focused initially on a sector where actually we have an unfair advantage, and it's this sector. It's the advertising, marketing, media sector, linking very closely with entertainment and sports. So you think of the big advertisers, Nestle, Procter & Gamble, Mars, Unilever, all of those, they all have net zero targets, very well publicized net zero targets, which they're becoming more serious about meeting. They put pressure on their, what they call scope 3, their suppliers, to also be net zero and to take it seriously. And the green credentials are under real scrutiny. So the people advertising, the big companies will go to the advertisers. There's a few there examples. The advertisers use agencies. The agencies use ad tech, and the ad tech people publish their digital adverts through publishers. So it's a supply chain which is long and big and generates twice the amount of carbon that the aviation industry does. It's astonishing. Who knew that? I certainly didn't. But twice the amount of carbon than the aviation industry. It's a 3 billion SAM market for us. And if you add in sports and entertainment, and we're already dealing with Formula One and sports franchises, then it becomes a much bigger market. Certainly it'll enable us to achieve 100 million in 5 or 6 years. We have an unfair advantage. Our team, I've got some exits behind me. My CEO, Italian, is ex-head of strategy and sustainability for a huge media company, and young. We have a climate expert who is advising the UN, etc. And we have a climate tech person on board with his team who is an absolute genius and a climate nut. Loves it. Our sector focus, there's 166 players out there, but without laboring the point too much, if you do the analysis on it, there's 2 players in our sector. We're one of them. There's 2 players in our huge sector. And the other player has a completely different business model to us. One that might work for them, but doesn't work to transition to net zero. So we have a real clear, unique proposition in the market. We're building a platform that's learning every day. We have footprints, we have detailed footprints, we have milestones, we have net zero targets, we have solutions, we have whether those solutions are working or not. We're building up a huge database of really useful information. Put chat climate or chat 51, whatever you want to put across the top. You can use natural language processing to begin to ask questions of that data. And what solutions seem to be working best in North America in this particular sector, etc. Of use to us in thought leadership, of use to our clients, of use to policymakers in government. We're already advising the UK government, and of use to ratings agencies and publishers. And we are one of the few
Neil,
yes.
I'm going to have to cut you off there. But I think you've given enough information for there to be an interesting Q&A where you can bring up the points that you haven't been able to bring up during the pitch. So if you want to flick through, the last screens very quickly while you're on screen.
This is the last slide. This is the last slide.
Okay, perfect.
And then, go on.
No, well, I was going to say then I'll disappear off and I'll leave you for Q&A for the next 6 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I spend 30 seconds on this one? Or?
Go on. Only because you're British.
Twist your arm. I twist your arm. It's because of my technical problems at the beginning. It's a subscription model with plenty of upsell opportunities. It's 3 years plus. We've got really good traction. That almost 100% growth quarter on quarter. Half of our revenues in the US, interestingly, even though we haven't really got boots on the ground there, we've been pulled into the US, which is amazing. Most of the other 50% in Europe, and we serve 30 markets. We want to get to 100 million by 2030. Big gross margin and operating margin. We will break even this year. We want an investment to scale us into the US in particular by the end of this year. That's it, Tom.
Perfect. Okay, Q&A. Fernando, Juan, it's all yours for the next 6 minutes.
I don't know if Juan, may I start? I don't want to be.
Yes. No,
okay.
Please.
Next time you go ahead. Neil, amazing, very interesting. And as a climate tech fan, you might imagine I have so many questions, but I will pick a few and then we have to continue talking. To understand more the functioning, what degree you are working on reduction and advising companies on how to reduce what they're emitting, and what degree you are working on compensation? And I'm gonna just ask a lot of questions and you decide, you don't have to ask them.
Okay.
In terms of compensation, does it worry you, the lack of credibility credits are having and the whole crisis there is on the validity of the credits? And more related to the business model, and this will be my final one, it seems that reduction has a lot to do with understanding the company and doing strategies to reduce. To what point a digital platform can do that, and to what point you are a consulting firm that is advising them on a man-hour traditional approach? From what you said on the US, you're more digital than human, but I would like to know how you answer to that. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Great questions. So we are a platform business with advisory. We wanted just to be a platform business because we could scale more quickly that way. We want to get 2,000 plus clients that will help us achieve our goal of 500 million tons of carbon saving. 2,000 plus clients. We want to scale quickly, and the platform is a really good way of doing that. Our platform's already in 5 languages. However, it is a wild west of regulation out there, of confusion, and there are personal solutions needed exactly as you're intimating. So we couldn't do it just with a platform. Well, not yet anyway. We are building AI into the platform to use frequently of asked questions and to do some clever analysis of the situations. But we do, at the moment, clients do need people. So our offering is a platform with virtual advisory. Our advisors are climate experts. They work in a way that is totally virtual. They work on a not spending hours with the client, but giving advice over half an hour or an hour's call. They advise on the data that you need to report on. They advise on where you need to report if you're in multiple countries. They advise on the sorts of regulations you have to abide by and those that are voluntary. They look at the carbon footprint that you have and the hotspots that you have and what the solutions might be. Now, our platform automatically appends solutions to the issue at the particular sector and geography of the company. We do that automatically. But our climate expert overviews that, looks over that, and advises with the company what they should do. We do not advise or get involved in helping manage those solutions and put those solutions in. That's up to the company and their other consultants to do that. So our platform effectively analyzes the footprint in a way that can become accountable in the company, appends solutions, makes sure those solutions are appropriate, and then manages the process of change. If someone's inputting a CHP system in their company, that's not us. They'll use consultants or an energy company to do that for them. That's not us. So we are advisory consultants only. And my background is ex-McKinsey. We're not McKinsey. We're much more practical than that, if I may say. So we offer that. In terms of the solutions, we have a data bank of thousands of solutions on our system. We do append that based on the sector, the geography, the ambition, the budget, the timescales required of the particular company. So that we used to use algorithms for that matching. Now it's much more AI driven because it's more variable. So we attach those solutions, and then the climate advisor comes in and works with the client to make sure that they're reasonable. In terms of compensations and credits and offsets, we don't get involved in that. It's not our world. Some carbon accounting platforms will measure the carbon, and they'll say, hey, you've got 100 tons of carbon. Here's some offsets. It's going to cost you X, and that's how they make their money. That's not us. We work with the company to reduce their carbon, to help them reduce their carbon. So we're not involved in offsets at all, and that is another discussion, as you know, as well as I do. I think that answers your questions.
Yeah,
Fernando.
Totally. Thank you.
Yeah, following what you were just mentioning, I wonder if your channel, I mean, if the idea of getting direct to the customer which is what you are mentioning now, but maybe you may become kind of the tool for the consultants. So those consultants that you were mentioning could leverage your solution much more and provide a much broader reach to the customer base you're trying to reach.
Yes. Yeah, good point. And we have several routes to market. One is direct, and one is through partners. You're mentioning consultants. That's definitely a partner of ours, and that is likely to be an acquisition opportunity. We've already had people knocking on our door, but we're way too young and ambitious to want to sell at this stage. So consultants are one. The other ones are industry bodies. So we're focusing at the moment on media, marketing, advertising, sports and entertainment. So we've got the 4As in America, the big advertising associations there, etc. And they're brilliant for us in terms of introductions.
Yeah.
Consultants can use our tool to sell their wares. That's fine, and we don't mind that. If it helps reduce carbon, we don't mind that. The agencies recommend us, and we then go in direct. So there are multiple routes to market. Juan.
Yeah. Now I was wondering how mature the AI component of your, as you were saying, it's such a changing world in terms of regulation and the like. How mature the AI component of your platform?
Yeah, it's not mature. So AI is we're not an AI tech business that has generated direct from AI. We've got a platform that we built AI into. It's helping us. It's helping us in several ways. I think the most important way will be when we have enough data, probably 2 million data points, where we can put AI across the top of it, and we can ask natural language questions of that data. And I think that'll be so powerful for the climate world, every stakeholder in the climate world, whether that be governments or corporates or publishers, because it'll tell them what's actually happening in the marketplace. Where are the issues? What are the plans? Are people making their plans? What solutions are working? What solutions aren't working? I think it'll be an amazing database. And I think we're the only people to be building that data every day.
Right,
okay.
Neil, I'm gonna cut you off again. Thank you very much for.
You're always cutting me off, Tom.
I know. I'm sorry, but really good presentation. Thank you very much for that. And I'll bring on Fernando from Aunoa. Fernando, I hope all's well. Well, obviously not, but anyway, if you could start sharing your screen, and then I'll bring it online. Fernando had a personal loss yesterday.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry. Okay. My phone is
not quite. I don't know if you can see. It's not. It's sort of vertical, not horizontal.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let me know if
Still the same. I don't know if you can make it full screen.
okay.
There
Let
you
me
go.
know. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All yours.
My apologize if the sound is not okay, or myself I'm not okay, because I'm in a funeral parlor. So let me introduce Aunoa. What is Aunoa, and who we are. Aunoa basically is a B2B platform focused on customer service automation processes, okay? Especially integrating AI with any other existing technology in the company, and softwares, tools for agents, and so on. At the end of the day, we are more than a software. We are a framework to integrate and automatize customer service processes. We are 4 founders. We have 24 years working together. This is our third company. It's a lot of time, and we started with AI projects 10 years ago. So we have a long track in this new industry. Okay, I will go through quickly about the problem. The problem it's obvious, is the inefficiency, or the saturation, or the bad service. I mean, of the customer service right now, which is the shift in last year, but it's quite obvious. This is our vision of how a leader customer service platform should be. I mean, have to integrate obviously the artificial intelligence capacities, but also this for other things. This is our vision of competence. Obviously, in frameworks, you can see IBM, Google, whatever, and do you so well. We mean the platforms like chatbot platforms, or similar. What is our positioning, differentiation, or whatever? This is in the left side. You can see our place in the in the AI landscape. We are in the top. We are AI vertical app, not a tool or system, or a model. Our business model is the typical SaaS B2B with a setup and recurrent fee. Our average ticket is high. It's almost 1,000 euros per month. And our actual footprint is more than 100 customers in 10 countries. And the most important thing, in my opinion, we have is we are nearly, eventually, 0% of churn. And considering our ticket is high, obviously, if we have 0 churn, it's because our customers are happy. This is some of our customers. We are focused especially in 3, let's say, verticals: e-commerce and logistics, financial and insurance, and utilities and service. And at the right, you can see some real KPIs of some customers. What, as we can see, are very different. It's not only, as many of us can think about costs, but also sales automations, agents productivity, and so on. This is in a very quick slide our evolution. We're going to have 5 years next month. Unfortunately, we go to the market in February of 2020, and was awful, obviously. And but we continue growing slowly with a couple of rounds of small, let's say, pre-seed round and pre-A series last summer, and now our cap table it's still sorry, because I forget. The founders still have the 70% of the company. Well, the most interesting thing. This is the track record and forecast. Now, in the Q1 of this year, we overpassed the 1 million of RRR, recurrent revenue, and we forecast to finish the year nearly of 2 million of recurrent revenue. So you can see the numbers. And well, this is how last year we retargeted our clients to higher focus. More greater client, and we double the ARR, and the objective for this year is the same. Well, this is the metrics and so on.
Fernando,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you off there, and I'll leave it for the Q&A side of things.
Yes.
So Fernando, Juan, it's all yours, and as previously, I'll be back in 6 minutes' time.
Juan, do you want to start this time?
Yes. Well, it's a very competitive space, that of customer process automation, and I'm wondering if you have considered video to include in your analysis.
Yes, we are working in several new products or even new lines of product, including video, including of course audio, images, and so on. I mean, the important thing it's especially in last 2 years, there are a lot of well, let's say competitors in the generative AI area. What you can think that are competence in this area, but at the end of the day, just 10% of the process of the customer service processes is generative AI or even AI. So it's impossible to solve the customer service problematic just with AI models. I mean, there are much more things around it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Fernando. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Juan. Please go ahead.
No, that to me is the point that there's still a lot of people involvement in the process, which at some stage makes it more difficult to escalate.
I don't think so. Actually, what I think is the market. It's very atomized. There is no big players now in this market.
Mm-hmm.
They are very fragmented market. There is a lot of new solutions, but they don't have solid numbers.
Very, very impressive metrics, Fernando. Congratulations. Like thinking as an investment fund, this is the kind of metrics we'd like to see if we had entered in 2020. Thinking about market trends, as you were saying, and what's happening now with technology and the whole advancement of phases, the impressive churn you have with such a high LTV, to what extent do you think you can maintain that in terms of how technological advances are going to reduce costs? And to what degree can you maintain such high prices with such low churn rate, given the technological advances we're seeing?
I mean, I think that the key is continue offering value to our customers. I mean, I believe that the most important thing we solve to our client, it's let's say we are kind of R&D department for them. I mean, we are entering in the platform all the new technologies, all the new models. I mean, I don't care if it's OpenAI, it's Gemini, it's Llama, it's whatever. We introduce into the platform, we make accessible for them to test, and I mean, the ideas, the good ideas, usually comes from them, from the customers, and we offer the environment, the adequate environment to test it. So, if we are able to maintain this, our customers are happy because they can test, they can prove, always in the cutting edge technology. So any new idea we can test, we can, I mean, with a little bit effort. So I believe our mission is to keep always the resources in the platform on the top of technology possibilities.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, Luis. Fernando, thank you very much for connecting up, given your circumstances. I hope that well, during the rest of the day. I'll let you go now, and I'll bring on Oliver from Kernova. So here we go. Oliver, thank you very much for sharing the screen in advance. That makes it far more seamless. I'll leave it to you, and I'll be back in 3 minutes' time. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. My name is Oliver. I'm a co-founder of Kernova. Kernova is a very young company, only over a year old, but we've got high expertise in engineering and industry, and our core business is just to create more sustainable and efficient machines. Kernova is split in two different business divisions. Kernova Solutions, with proprietary technology to convert heavy-duty hydraulic acting machines into full electric ones. And Kernova E-Services, which we use just to fund ourselves, and then we help other companies to develop new products and also validate their technology using CAA tools. In Kernova Solutions, we created what we call the Smart Ecomotion Kit. What is a Smart Ecomotion Kit? It's basically a customized solutions that makes possible a full conversion of a hydraulic heavy-duty press or machine into a full electric one. What do we offer with this Smart Ecomotion Kit? Basically, this feasibility analysis over your application and ROI and return of the investment, a tailored design of our product, the KRN series, which we will know later what it is, to meet your machine demands, all the machine integration, And we also validate the machine with the whole thing with our CAE validation tools. And we also work on the machine automation and the control design. The KRN series is a patented solution which replaces hydraulic cylinders. Their capacity is over 300 tons, goes over 1 meter per second linear speed, and also the stroke would be around 4 meters. Why? What are the benefits of this technology? We will talking about energy saving from 35%, depending on application. No contaminants, that removes the hydraulic oil. The efficiency of the process increases to 90% in comparison to 60% of the hydraulic existing technology. Noise levels go below the 70 decibels. On the realms of the performance, reliability and lifetime, close to zero maintenance for 3 to 5 years, depending on application. It's a more compact solution, nearly 50% less space required. Increased control and precision, 0.1 millimeters precision with much less electronics. Performance, no ambient dependent. It performs the same to 40 degree and to -10. And the design, the parametric design allows us to make the full design and manufacturing drawings in 2 days' time. Installation and assembly times is 5 times less time in assembly and commissioning. Safety operation basically pose no risk for the operator. We've done a study on a real case for a European press manufacturer. The energy consumption difference between the two applications, the electromechanical solution and the hydraulics, will give us a saving of 54%, which basically is a yearly saving per machine of 9,000 euro, approximately, according to the price of the kilowatt per hour. Applications, we will be looking at, well, there are more applications than this, but we've basically highlight what we think that they are the most, well, the one that they are show some interest in the technology. On the recycling and agricultural presses, the BMU machinery units, which is basically building maintenance units, and injection molding machines. On the innovative engineering services, with some of our customers that we've done some projects for them, product validation. BMW, Alimac Group with some mechanical design and FE analysis validation on also Hayward and Caterpillar. But investment and potential markets, we're looking at over 144,000 euro to build the first prototype. This is the cost breakdown, that the whole the money we need just to release this, which is basically the most resistance that we're finding in the customers. Potential markets, we've basically done some market research, and recycling and agriculture presses after the prototype release, we'll be looking at this amount of machine a year. With an average profit per machine conversion of 20K, we will be looking at total profit first year after the prototype release of 2.5 million approximately. About us, we're
Oliver, I'm going to cut you off there.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been on screen for a little bit. You probably didn't see. No problem whatsoever. We'll jump to Q&A and you can answer obviously anything that you've missed from
Sure.
the pitch during that. Okay, guys, Fernando, Juan, it's all yours.
Again, if I understand you well, you are more of an engineering company.
Yeah.
And the money, and you would expect to develop some of these prototypes, but not engage in the full production of your designs, or where is production in your roadmap?
production, I mean, we've got, we didn't get to the final of the presentation, which we were showing some of our partners. We've got one of our partners is capable of manufacturing this, and also can act as a manufacturer and also integrate this product in their machines, because they are a BMU manufacturer with some capacity in, a lot of capacity in producing this product. So that was the end of the presentation. I would have talked about them, but production, I mean, it's covered. We've got, as I said, some of one of our partners will just cover that production.
But then your intention is to remain as the engineering and design part.
At the beginning, we want to work on royalties, so we would just allow some just to make some money. After that, our main goal is just to become manufacturers of our own products.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
No problem.
Thank you, Oliver, and congrats for that presentation. To understand a little better the client perspective from the sum market you're targeting, I understand there will be companies that already have a machine in place and you are creating a substitution from a methodology perspective. So how big can that be in terms of machine substitution, and to what degree do you account for the depreciation of the machines that are in place? Because at the end, you're entering a sunk investment cost that they already have in place, and that replacement, having all these environmental profits, to what degree you are also looking to combine it with other maybe public funds or subsidies that can enhance companies? Because at the end, you're going against their own depreciation for a technology substitution. You might find with some challenges on the investments that are already made on the current machinery, right?
Yeah, that's a good point, and that's why we focus on new machinery as well. So we're trying to convince a manufacturer that this is the way to go. That the new customer is going to require more sustainable and more energy-saving machines, and that's the main direction we are taking, more than this retrofitting of the existing machine. So we are offering this product to manufacturers to develop with them a new product division, a full electric one. Would be exactly the same as the electric cars or the normal engine cars. So we basically want to develop a new product with some of these manufacturers of technology, of presses and these applications. That's why this product depreciation, we are not going to suffer from that.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much, Oliver. With that, we'll move on to Ian, the last one. Wait a second. Here you are, Ian from Uali. Ian, if you could start sharing your screen, please.
Yes.
Got you. Perfect. It's not full screen at the moment. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much, Ian. I'll leave it to you, and I'll be back in a few minutes' time.
Thank you, everyone. Hi, Fernando. Hi, Juan, González. Well, actually, we start from mainly problem that all the world has, that actually everyone wants sustainable and affordable energy prices. And actually, when we make double click in the actual life cycle and cost of the renewable energy and oil and gas, there we get that 35% of that go to operation and maintenance. So part of like when you try to see what is there, this means same process, same independence from inspection with people, who doesn't change for the last 100 years, and it's fine. It is what it is. So part of what we created was a solution to get these routine tasks more autonomous possible. So when you enter in this ecosystem, you will figure out that you need to transform this, and then you need to transform the experienced guys in the site who can actually see something in a minute and understand what is going on. Part of that is where we put in a lot of the value in a solution that is end-to-end. And when you finish that, part is like how you manage all the events, critics, all the kind of events that you're going to appear in the operation. And that's why we create a platform that join all this data flow and then get report to SIPs or different management platform to take decision. It's very straightforward, but part of this is like make it scalable. All the energy sector, what it's looking for, it is how I can bring technology, not just test on proof of concept. I need to test this and work in 1,000 wind turbines or platforms. And part of that is where we're going right now. Once we define something that we can make different to another one, we try to create value on it. Just an example of renewable energy, we develop a computer vision model who actually works frame by frame in different pictures, who actually can inspect blades in motion. So you can to reduce downtime to almost to zero at a fraction of the cost that they already have right now with Vestas, Gamesa, Siemens, and other guys. And actually, part of the energy transition strategy is how we help energy companies to transition, by the way, to get more green or net zero operation. Part of that, it is making more efficient the inspection, looking and quantify leaks of methane, of CO2, routine tasks that the companies request to understand where they're going to invest in the near future and actually repair or maintenance more efficiently. Part of that, the business model is super simple and clear, straightforward. We get two business model that is end-to-end, so we care about everything, and the client only need to take care about what they're going to do with the information. And right now, we're putting in action the SaaS. Actually, all the investment that we put in different computer vision models is to understand that the companies also can invest in the CapEx, that is devices, but they need all technology to take decisions and process the tons of terabyte they make day to day. And just to finish, Tom, part of that of being global, not just by a quote of a startup, is actually we are global from the scratch. We operate with many corporations worldwide, actually more Latin America and Europe. And part of the next step is we're making some trial in the United States and Canada. So that is what we're trying to do, is try to make the future clear, but actually we need to start today. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Ian, and really well timed. So Fernando, Juan, again, I'll disappear off and the floor is yours for the next 6 minutes.
Juan, you want to start or?
But again, thank you for the presentation. And again, I'm wondering how you want to move to either towards services, provide services to companies, or become kind of the technology that services companies would use to provide their services to clients. And I was a little bit unclear as to which of these two lines you feel more comfortable evolving into. Actually,
our competition is large O&M companies, Schlumberger, Halliburton, Indra. They do the same that we do with people. And part of that, it is trying to replicate the same service agreement, because it's whole procurement hire this kind of service. By the way, we understand that we can scale quite more fast if we give them the access to our clients of our technology. Our technology actually is more data processing. We get devices because with them we can create data. Okay, that's why when we start Uali, we give it to them, like you give a truck to someone to move around. But then they understand what is the value. So the quote was like, what if I put the truck, right, or the devices, but you give me the people, the experience, the knowledge, the technology to still inspection the asset. Why are we doing that? If we're trying to scale or get more opportunities, when we see clients that already have technology or devices that we can use it to, and try to approach and amortize the already investment they made before Uali. But 90% of our stream revenue, it is more end-to-end. We offer everything, and that's it.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ian.
thank you.
Thank you, and very interesting approach again. Congrats. For technological questions, okay? I understand a lot of your inspections are done with drones. To what degree you think satellite imagery is substituting the drone capacities and all the satellite with precision are going to reduce costs and change a little the scope of drone managing through inspections? And also, a lot of the technologies, at least the ones we've seen, are becoming quite efficient identifying, as you were saying, challenges, problems, or leakages, etc. To what degree can artificial intelligence be used in the way you're doing to predict when those leakages are going to happen and the location of when the problem is going to happen? Because a lot of the clients we've worked on this area say it's great to identify it. Once we're there, it's too late. But technology can provide projections that identify the future problem before it happens. Thank you.
Yep. The first question, the satellite picture for us are complementary. I opened this remark saying that we actually automate routine tasks. Routine, it is day to day. Something is quite expensive to get one picture day to day from some asset with quality. So all this kind of technology are very complementary by themselves. To low until high perspective is where we're actually trying to work. Actually, we work with maps, and we complementary, I would say 100% with that. Part of the preventive, for you get to the what's going to happen in the future, you need to structure the present up or the past. So sometimes you don't have neither. Part of that, it is try to work in the IP, I would say, how you add value with different computer, because people understand that AI is just a black box. It isn't. And the idea is like how we create software without depend so much of hardware. So being hardware agnostic. The example of the leaks. Just to quantify leaks, you need all the time like very specific hardware. What we create with this AI model actually work in the layouts of the thermal cameras, who also replicate the same. I mean, the thermal camera is $500 US, and actually a specific hardware is 10,000. To give you these affordable devices empowered by software to structure that data that you don't have. Once you have that, all right, very structured, because we work from unstructured data to structured data, we can predict it. It's happened to us in renewable energy that we are working, once we digitalize everything, all right? Well, when the thing's going to happen, all right, from the asset maintenance, but then you can precisely understand how energy you're going to produce. So, by the way, you have two streams that is very important for the operator. When I need to repair, and how much energy I'm going to produce. So part of that, you need to be there. You need to automate everything. You need to integrate different devices, all right, and different data incomes, satellites, SCADAs, IT, IoT. So that's where actually what is going.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you, everyone.
And thank you very much, Fernando and Juan, for being with us today and your interesting questions to the startups. I hope you found it useful. And if you'd like to be connected up to any of them, we'd be happy to do so by email. So thank you, everybody who's connected as well.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, everyone, and see you. Well, we're back on Wednesday, but not with Fernando and Juan. So we're back for another event.
Thanks, Tom. Wonderful session. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Ciao.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.